So this product, definitely a no for me. Today's video is all about another celebrity skincare launch, and this one is Skin by Kim Kardashian. The brand was just launched earlier this week, and at the time of filming, there are 9 products launched, and Skin was kind enough to send me along all the products to try. So I'm going to be telling you my experience of each of these products based on my own experience using them. For reference, I have combination sensitive rosacea-prone skin, and I'm 47. That gives you an idea of some of the skin issues I have. Hyperpigmentation, wrinkles, sagging skin, dehydrated skin. So starting with the obvious, of course anything that's going to be launched by Kim Kardashian is going to be controversial, and this skincare launch is no exception to that. She tends to have a very polarizing audience of people who either love her or hate her. To be honest, I watched a couple episodes of Keeping Up with the Kardashians in 2012, so yeah. I believe Kim is in her 30s, and this skincare line is sort of being defined as prestige. I can't believe I just used air quotes. And that's probably trying to target her demographic and up, and also make reference to the price point, which is not inexpensive. And probably to differentiate her from her sister skincare line, which is Kylie Skin. So love her, hate her, indifferent. I'm here to talk about the products that she's launched, how I've tried them over the last week in my skincare routine, what I love, what I hate in the line, because there's a little bit of both. I posted a short unboxing video earlier this week, and one of my subscribers, William the Antioxidant Queen, great handle by the way, asked me would I have purchased this entire line of skincare if it wasn't gifted to me by Skin. It's a tough question to answer because, of course, now that I review skincare online and post content about it, I buy way more skincare than I need in order to do content like this for you guys. So I guess it's possible I might have purchased it. More likely is purchased some of it. But rewind a couple of years before I was on social media and wanting to review skincare for YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram, I usually test out a brand one product at a time, either to replace something existing that I'm kind of looking to switch out or to try something new in my routine. So that's probably how I would have approached Skin back in my previous years. And things like their customer service, accessibility, shipping times would all weigh into my reasons for repurchasing or buying more products from the line. But I really appreciated the question, and I hope it puts in perspective where I'm coming from in this video. I think one of the resounding comments that I received across my social channels was really the price. If you were to buy all 9 of the skincare products in one fell swoop, it would cost you, drumroll, $780 Canadian to do so. Oops. It was going a little high. $760 Canadian. That sounds like a bargain now, doesn't it? That is not cheap by anyone's standards. However, when you look at each individual product and compare it to some other higher end skincare products or brands, think Dermalogica, Allies of Skin, SkinCeuticals, of course, it is comparable in those ranges. But the question is, do the formulations warrant the price, or is it the name that you're buying into? So these are all the things to consider before purchasing. The aesthetic of the brand is Kim's aesthetic. If you saw her house tour, you'll see the similarities here. Minimal, natural sort of looking stone kind of feel to it. Very unassuming. I actually very much like this aesthetic for a skincare brand. It looks fabulous on my vanity. In fact, it's literally the color of my vanity top. All the products are refillable, which is another controversial piece to this brand. I'll talk about that in the context of each product I'm reviewing because there are subtle differences between the products. Let's start with the cleanser. At the time of filming, this is $57 Canadian. It's 125 ml size, and when I saw that price, I was kind of like, yeah, no, that's really expensive for something that's on your skin for a matter of seconds. And I basically biased myself to think I wasn't going to like it just based on the price alone. It's refillable, as I said, and that's kind of where the controversy lies, specifically with this product and some of the others I'm going to talk about. As you can see, you can remove the inner chamber and repurchase this alone at a reduced price. So it's not that you open this up and receive a smaller bag of cleanser and fill this up and put it all back together. No, you actually throw this away and they send you this again, which in essence is just making this a sleeve because this is a standalone container. And this looks good on my vanity too. Also matches. So the gist of it is, the cleanser is really $49, and if you want a cozy for it, you can pay an extra $8 for that. Maybe they should hire me on their marketing team. So I get why people are up in arms about this. It isn't refillable in the true sense of a refill. So I leave that with you to decide how you feel about it. Comment below. But let's talk about the ingredients in the cleanser. It's a very hydrating cleanser, which is exactly what I like to use in my skincare routine. It's a great way to add extra hydration into my skin. Doesn't strip my skin. Because I have rosacea-prone skin, I actually have to be very careful with the cleansing process with my skin. Glycerin is the second ingredient on the list, and it's one of my favorite hydrating ingredients in a cleanser, so I really like to see that there. There's also chamomile extract, aloe extract in here that are soothing, a number of emollients, of course surfactants to actually cleanse the skin. I tested this first as if I might use it as a single cleanse, because I know not all of you double cleanse like I do, but I do because I wear sunscreen every day and makeup nearly every day. However, using this as a single cleanse didn't work so well for me. It did not remove all of my makeup, especially around my eyes and my mascara. So I reverted to going back to a double cleanse and kind of starting over again. So I used an oil-based cleanser to cleanse the makeup and sunscreen off my face, and then proceeded to use this as my second cleanse as a hydrating cleanser. And I'll be honest with you, I love this cleanser more than I thought I was going to, especially because of my bias about the price. It feels beautifully hydrating. It left my skin feeling great, not stripped in any way. Honestly, just a really good cleanser. That was the big unexpected one for me because I was totally ready to write it off right at the beginning. So that one taught me to not be quite biased, and it was the first thing I tried. Next up was the toner, and this is not a hydrating toner, which is usually my favorite second step in my skincare routine. This one actually is an exfoliating toner. There are 3 exfoliants in here: lactic acid, glycolic acid, and salicylic acid, but also a number of other ingredients. There's also niacinamide in here, which is a star ingredient in my opinion that's really great at reducing redness in the skin, helping oil production, so it was nice to have that in here. It's got hydrating ingredients in here too, and also skin soothing ingredients. I do point out that witch hazel is in here. Many people are sensitive to witch hazel, and actually I thought I was, because the Thayer's toner that I tried in my youth wreaked havoc on my skin, and I always attributed it to the witch hazel in that formulation. So I was treading very carefully with this one, but my skin seemed to be totally fine with this product. Now, I wouldn't use this daily just because my skin is sensitive and rosacea prone, but every couple of days to use this on my skin I think is a great addition to my skincare routine. The refill on this is similar to the cleanser. Should have taken the lid off first. I'm assuming when you buy the refill it will come with a lid on top of it. Otherwise, I guess you would need this. I'm not sure how that would work. Now, according to Kim, she uses all these steps in one routine. 9 steps is a lot for some and not enough for some. So I think it's important to understand what products you actually need in your skincare routine. So for me, so far, 2 out of 2. I like the cleanser and I like the toner as well. It's just $60 for the toner. It's a lot of money. It would last a long time, and the refill for this is $51. Next up is the exfoliant, and I'm assuming that Kim uses this nightly in her routine. I personally do not exfoliate every day, and I think anyone that has sensitive and rosacea prone skin like me probably shouldn't either, because you're probably going to have the reaction I do, which is very inflamed and angry skin. It came with a metal spatula, which is nice. The packaging is really cute in my opinion, and this is one. I have hair everywhere. And this is one where the refill option actually makes sense. Hard for me to pull out because it's full of product, but this little piece pulls out and the replacement cup just drops in, but it doesn't have a lid, I don't believe, in the refill. It's just something you would peel off and then put in here. So this is kind of the refillable packaging that I think most people think of when they think about refillable packaging. Even just opening this, you can smell it from a mile away. This is fragrance, and this is a very light physical exfoliant. Very soft and smooth, and when water's added to it, it is not anything that's really abrasive on the skin. There's hydrating and antioxidant ingredients in here as well, but to be honest, and I don't know if it was the fragrance in this, Something about it my skin did not like. As you can see here, it's very red. So this one was a no for me. Editing me here, and the cost of this is $73. It's a 50 ml size and the refill is $63. Next up is the hyaluronic acid serum. This one's really expensive, $120 for 30 mils, and the refill is $105. Could be another standalone product. This one is also very fragrant, but it's because rose water is the second ingredient on the ingredients list. So it has a very floral scent to it, which is actually really quite beautiful and elegant. Aloe and glycerin are third and fourth on the ingredient list, so it is very soothing and hydrating. It does have a very nice application to it. I seem to think when I watched Kim do her video on this that she said this was a multi-molecular hyaluronic acid, meaning different weights of hyaluronic acid that sort of penetrate the skin in different layers, which is my preference for a hyaluronic acid serum. Is it just me? But when I looked through the ingredients, I didn't see that. But correct me in the comments below because maybe I wasn't looking at it right. I am tired. It's a beautiful serum. I loved applying it. I do think it gave my skin a nice boost of hydration. I just don't think it's worth $120, and I don't think it has the hyaluronic acid that she's saying it does in it. So this is one of those, I love it because it was given to me. Next up is her vitamin C8 serum. This one is 30 mils and is $120 for this size and $105 for the refill. Standalone product. And again, that seems very expensive, but I was really excited to try this one because one of my favorite vitamin C serums is by Allies of Skin and Niod, and they both carry an ethylated version of vitamin C. It just works really well for my skin, and I really like the application of it. So I was very interested in this one, and it didn't disappoint. It's very easy to apply. I will say it dispenses a lot of product, which I think Kim has explained that she likes to do her face, neck, and chest. Well, I like to do that too, but I usually keep my expensive serums for my face and I use my less expensive serums on my neck and chest just so I can save a bit of money. So this kind of forces you to do that, use the whole product for your face, neck, and chest. There's no fragrance in this one. There are a lot of hydrating ingredients, and this one actually has the multi-molecular weight of hyaluronic acid. So I find it strange that the hyaluronic acid serum looks to be a single molecule of hyaluronic acid, whereas this one has the multi-molecular weight. Please correct me if I'm wrong. I like to use vitamin C in my morning skincare routine just because I prioritize retinoids in my evening skincare routine. So when Kim was explaining how she uses this in her routine, it's in her nighttime routine. And many people love using vitamin C in their nighttime routine as well. It can let your skin go into that reparative mode while you're sleeping. Vitamin C is a great antioxidant, but it also helps to build collagen in the skin, help brighten the skin, reduce dark spots. So it really is a great product. I love the application of it, and this is honestly something I would purchase again. Next up is the eye cream, and this is another one where the refillable packaging actually would be refillable because you'd pop a new product in here, and of course it wouldn't come with a lid that you could reapply. And the question with eye creams are always, is it worth it? Is it giving you something more than what your moisturizer would? There's a number of moisturizing and emollient ingredients here. There's also cetyl alcohol if some of you are sensitive to that, and there are a number of peptides in this formulation as well, which I generally love peptides around my eyes. They're pretty far down on the INCI list. A cosmetic chemist would be able to say more precisely how much they do in this kind of formulation, but it's pretty expensive for what you get. I think it's a nice addition if money's no object and you want to stick with the line and apply this around your eyes. All good. I'm here for a great eye cream. It's just hard for me to warrant the price for this one. I don't feel like there's anything really outstanding in this one that kind of warrants it to be on its own. Usually when I pick an eye cream specifically, it's because it's formulated with something that maybe isn't in my moisturizer or that's less sensitizing than something I would use all over my face. So retinol's a great example. I don't use my retinoid around my eyes because it'd be far too strong to put there, but I do like to use eye creams that have bakuchiol or retinol that's formulated specifically to go around the eyes. Some of you may be very sensitive to vitamin C, so you might choose a vitamin C eye cream that's formulated to be much more applicable to that delicate area around your eyes. So that's my thoughts on the eye cream. So when it comes to the face cream, this is a 50 ml size and it's $115 for the regular one. Again, the refill makes sense because you would plop it into this container and the refill's $96. So what are you getting for that? Well, I actually really like the application of this. It's very lightweight, feels great on the skin. It sinks into the skin beautifully. It just had a really nice feel to it. Obviously a number of hydrating ingredients in here, similar to the eye cream really. There's glycerin and shea butter and emollient ingredients as well. There's also alcohol in this for those of you who are sensitive to that. And there's lactic acid in here. There's a lot of ingredients in Kim's line that have exfoliating properties to it. Judging where it is on the ingredients list, I don't think it's anything to be concerned about if you're over exfoliating your skin, but obviously lactic acid does resurface the skin and actually has great hydrating ingredients, so it's probably a really nice addition into this moisturizer. There's squalene and hyaluronic acid. It's just a very hydrating, nice, lightweight moisturizer. But here's the thing, when I first tried this skincare routine, I actually applied the hyaluronic acid, the vitamin C serum, and then, well, the eye cream, and then this on top. And I noticed pilling right away. As soon as I applied my sunscreen on top of that, which was a mineral sunscreen, and as you can see here, it's totally pilling up and balling around my face and around my hairline. At the time, I thought, it's probably the hyaluronic acid. Maybe I zipped through the routine a little bit too quick. I generally like to give lots of space in between my steps to make sure the products really sink in so that I don't get that problem of pilling. So the next day, I took the hyaluronic acid out of the routine and I tried using the vitamin C, then the moisturizer, then the same sunscreen on top to see if it would do it again. And it did. So I knew it was either the vitamin C or the moisturizer. So the next day I simply did cleanse and tone with my own products, used the vitamin C as a standalone product, my own moisturizer, and then my sunscreen on top. Didn't pill. So it wasn't the vitamin C serum, and I kind of deduce that it was this. And I tried it on my neck again just to be sure, and it was pilling. So there's something about this in my skin that don't mix. Not sure if other people have found this to be the case, and I haven't really searched the internet to see if other people have found that it pills, but something about this, despite me liking the application of it, the feeling of it on my skin, for that reason, it's why I wouldn't repurchase this one. So the next product is the oil drops. This is $130 for a 30 ml size, with the refill being at $110, another standalone product in there. I love using face oils. It's kind of been my latest thing over the last year. I use them almost always after my moisturizer in my morning skincare routine and before my sunscreen, and in the evening as the last step in my skincare routine. This is because I have dehydrated skin, so my skin just drinks up the extra hydration, and the emollient factors in it just really help to give my skin a soft, smooth look. So I was very interested to try this, and the way Kim explained it, I think, is that she uses the oil drops in her morning skincare routine and the vitamin C8 serum and the night oil drops, which I'll talk about last, in her evening skincare routine. And this one does have a derivative of vitamin C in the formulation as well. So this one I think is really capitalizing on that vitamin C derivative, and there's also jojoba seed oil, apricot seed oil, and grape seed oil in here. My skin seemed to really like this product. I really liked using it in my morning skincare routine. Again, with the dispensing, it dispenses way too much to apply just to your face. Look at all this. I definitely use it down my neck and chest, and could probably go halfway down my arms with the amount that dispenses in one shot. And I should also mention, the cleanser seemed to dispense too little. It's almost like everything else dispenses too much and the cleanser dispensed not enough. So I really like this one. It is kind of expensive, but I use other face oils that actually are expensive too. I just find they last a long time because you only need a couple drops. This you might burn through a little more quickly because of how much it dispenses in one go. So finally, product number 9, this is the night oil, and I'm sure you're wondering, what's the difference between the night oil and the oil drops? Well, certainly the vitamin C is what's different, and this one just has a lot of oils in it, as you can see here. It's 30 mils, same situation on the refill, $130 for the original and then $110 for the refill. There's nothing in here I don't like, whereas the oil drops have a more watery feel. This is definitely a more oily texture. Hence why I really like using the oil drops in my morning skincare routine and do prefer to use this in my evening skincare routine. It dispenses a lot again, as the other one does too, but my skin was loving this product, really drinking it up. There's nothing I can really say about this one that I didn't like. That's not to say you can't find good drugstore options or for alternatives. And that's really, I think, how I have to wrap this up. Don't ever feel that you need to spend this much money on skincare because there are so many fabulous affordable options out there. Now that you've heard me talk about the skincare line, I am really looking forward to reading your comments about what you think. Are these skincare products you would actually consider or actually purchase? And why? Is it the formulations that you like? Is it because you like to support Kim? Or would you not touch these with a 10-foot pole? And explain the reasons for that too. Thanks for watching, and as always, have a fabulous day.